Hey OTF Barry, head coach Nicole here, coming at you with a video all about the rower. Last year, before the DRI TRI, I came out with some videos with some tips and things to help you prepare. So I'm going to do the same thing this year. So my first video is all about the rower and all about your foot placement and strapping in to make sure that you're getting the most out of your effort on the rower. And believe it or not, it actually makes a really big difference how you strap your feet in and how much watts you can generate on that screen. So you want to make sure that the foot plates are adjusted so the strap goes across the widest part of your foot. So it's usually across your bottom shoelace or the big toe knuckle right across to your pinky toe. So you want to take the time to adjust those foot plates. When you put your feet in, put both feet in at the same time and then pull both straps at the same time, because that strap is one loop that goes all the way around. So when you pull one side, it tightens the other. So you want to have them centered, pull both at the same time, and you want them as tight as you can pull them. If those toes are moving, so if those straps are loose and every time you row, your toes are moving, that's energy loss, that's power loss, and that's also a loss of results. So pull those straps as tight as you can pull them. And you can see it goes right across my bottom shoelace, right across the widest part of my foot. Now the reason for having the strap right there is because that's where you want to be pushing. That's where you want all the power from those strong legs, your strong core, and your strong arms to transfer through the machine and wind up giving you the numbers you want on the screen. So when you are pushing back, and it is all about pushing, rowing is not a pulling exercise, you want to focus on pushing right through the ball of your foot, right where that strap is. So oftentimes what happens on the rower, and I see this a lot in class, is when you're rowing, the toes pull up. So you see how when I go back, my toes lift, and you can even see my toe like poking out through the top of my shoe. That again is energy moving in the wrong direction. We want our force, we want our power going this way. And if you're pulling your toes up, then you're taking away that energy. It's an energy leak, it's a power leak. It also really works the muscles on the front of your shin. So if you ever get shin pain on the rower, it's from pulling those toes up. And it gets the whole front chain working. So your quads are going to be catching you, your hip flexors are going to be catching you at the back. So if you get pain in the front of your hips, that's from pulling your toes up. So instead, we want to think about pushing the toes down like you're pushing on a gas pedal. One way to help you learn how to do that is to loosen your straps right off. So they're totally loose. And then do a couple really slow strokes, and you'll feel it that you have to push those feet down. If you lift your toes up, you're going to keep going and you're going to fall off the back. So you've got to keep the ball of your foot connected, and what you'll find is that you feel it less in the hip flexor, and you actually feel your core catch you and hold you at the back of the rower. You feel the core doing its 20%, and you feel the legs doing their 60%. So always make sure that strap is lined up, make sure that strap is pulled as tight as possible, and focus on pushing your toes down. Another way you can look at that is the same way you would a jump squat. So I bring my feet up here so you can see just where my feet are. If I was on the floor and about to do a jump squat, when I start, my weight is in my heels, but as I leave the floor, I'm lifting my heel and I'm pushing off the ball of my foot. I'm even gripping with my toes a little bit. So on the rower, you want that same feel. You want to be pushing through the ball of your foot. Think of it like you're jumping back off of that foot plate. Now the other thing I want to mention is getting out of the straps properly, to save time, because in that DRI TRI, you don't want to be messing around with the straps. You don't want to be losing time just trying to get out of the machine to get to the floor. But also, it's going to help to improve the lifespan of our equipment. We've had a lot of these heel cups break recently, and that's from people rushing and not taking their time getting out of the straps. The easiest way to get out is to grab the buckles, the little plastic part that sticks out in the middle, push it into the center, so both of them into the center, and at the same time lift your toes up. That loosens both straps off evenly, and then you want to lift your foot up and then out. If you just pull your heel, it's going to snap, and that's how those heel cups break. You can also actually get your foot stuck in there. I have seen people try to just pull without loosening, and their foot got stuck and they fell onto the floor. So for safety reasons, as well as all those other reasons, we want to make sure that we're getting out of those straps correct way. So if I do it like in real time, you can see how quick this is. Push the straps in, lift, and I'm out. Awesome, guys. So we look forward to more videos coming your way to help you prepare for the dry try. If there's anything specifically you would like to hear me talk about, put those suggestions in the suggestion box, send me an email, send me a quick message on Facebook, and I'll send it your way. Have an awesome day. Get ready for the dry try. Woohoo!